Hey, so today I'm going to show you guys and non-binary pals a really cool trick. And you see it sometimes on like the guitar pedals subreddit and and sometimes like the DIY pedals subreddit. But something that I think a lot of people don't take into consideration is when attaching pedals to their board. And like using Velcro. Now, people always get like weird about Velcro because they're like, oh, well, don't use the Velcro because it's going to peel off the, the label on the back. Or sometimes in the case of like Matthews Effects, Alexander pedals, and a couple other brands, they have the manual printed on like the back of, on the back of the pedal, which, you'd be like, oh, well, that sucks. I can't get the manual. Anyway, so a trick I like to use is I like to use painter's tape, and I like to use the industrial strength Velcro. So like I go get like the real good stuff that's meant to hold, obviously based on the package, like tools and stuff to like your garage door or whatever. And basically what I'll do is I'll just put, 3 strips, or if you get the 2-inch one or whatever, you don't have to use, this is just what I have at the moment. And you just put that on there, and then you're done. Like, it's really, really simple. And then when you go to remove it, you won't, if you go to trade it away or whatever, you can just simply, pick up the tape wherever you start. Actually, but I'll do one here because I have a procession that I need to do it with. So we'll do a run through. But yeah, so you can pick it up and the whole thing comes up, and then you can just reapply it. And it's painter's tape. You may have to switch it out and stuff, but it's not that bad. And like a roll, this is like a 5-foot roll. I think this is like maybe $10, $8 at Walmart or something. That's where I got it from. Depending on how you feel about shopping at Walmart. But all right, so let's do one real quick. So we have, I traded for this one a while back. This is an old Blood Noise Procession version 1. And it had, the previous owner that I traded it from had put just the Velcro on the pedal itself without any backing. So before I started shooting this, I pulled that Velcro off, and it was actually quite a pain in the ass to do because a lot of the residue from the Velcro got stuck to the pedal, especially in places where, like, when this was on the board, like, I would hold the hold function on this. So, like, here it was particularly sticky, so I had to get it off there. A neat little trick for getting that off, though, is I just use a piece of leather, and, like, a lot of that stuff, like, it's sticky, right? So all you do is just kind of just rub it real hard until it kind of clumps off and falls off. Then you can use a little bit of rubbing alcohol, or not rubbing alcohol, well, this is denatured alcohol, but rubbing alcohol worked the same. I just have it because, obviously, I'm in a shop. And you can get all that stuff off. This is a sticker, I'm assuming, from the previous owner, or from the, whatever was on the back of the previous pedal, so, or the previous, whatever was on the manufacturer sticker. This one I actually did because I had to take the back panel off to cover it up. This one's actually cool because this one was made in early 2016. But all right, let's go ahead and do this. So it's really simple. Okay, piece of tape. I would suggest throwing the piece of tape first, like in the center, because that way you have a piece of tape in the center and then 2 on the sides, and then you have to do is just lift the center one, and the whole thing comes up. You don't have to be precise about it if you don't want to. Just kind of cut it off. Real simple. Oh, that one was crappy. Let's put this edge further to the top. If you have, like, obviously 2-inch Velcro or tape, this would obviously, don't have to do this part. This is just what I have in the shop laying around. And then, like I said, this particular stuff comes in a 5-foot roll, did I say? Yeah, 5-foot roll. I've already used a bunch of it, so I've got a bunch of it cut up. But it has your soft end, and it has your regular end, or your hook end. And you're going to take your hook end, obviously, because you're not going to use your soft end because that's silly. However, keep your soft end, because what I do with this is I'll put the hook end on like a power supply, like just a regular power supply, right? And then like an ISO brick or something. And then I'll put the hook side on the ISO brick and then put this side underneath one of my pedal boards. And then that way I can stick that underneath it and then feed all the wires up underneath. So that's just what so keep the carpet end, but because it will come in handy. So just cut off a decent sized chunk of it, you know, and then you just kind of roll that back up, put it in a box, put it away until you're ready for your next pedal. And then peel off the back. Okay. I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, depending on how you like to do things. On a pedal like this that has a hold function that I will use and manipulate with my foot, I will try to put more, you know, I'll try to bottom weight this more. Obviously, you can omit that by just cutting a longer piece of Velcro, but this saves you Velcro, and, you know, in the end, you can get, like, probably one more pedal out of your Velcro if you just do stuff like that. Or if you, like, cut it into strips. I've seen people do that, too. That works. But anyway, the idea is to just have a piece of Velcro on here that you are, stick it to your boards, good to go. And then when you're ready to either trade it, or if you just are like, you know, I'm going to get rid of this or sell it or whatever, because that happens, too. Like I said, I do a lot of trading on like the pedal trading subreddit and stuff. Then yeah, like I would definitely suggest doing that, because it's going to make people happy, because like a lot of people get, I don't want to say a lot of people, I haven't really had that much experience with it. Most people are really chill about it, but like for the most part, people sometimes get weird about like putting Velcro on pedals. So this is a really interesting way to save the paint finish, so that you're not pulling the paint off, because it is, again, at the end of the day, it's painter's tape, right? So, like I said, grab the center thing, because that's going to have both pieces of tape on it, and then you just, there you go. You know, no mess, no residue, no sticky crap, you know, and then you could just, and what I've done too is, like, so if I've traded away a pedal, let's say I go to trade this away tomorrow, I'll take this tape off it, I'll go put this tape sticky side down on something that's not dusty and gross, and then when the new pedal comes in, I'll just swap that back on there, and it's pretty reusable for the most part. I mean, eventually your tape will die, and eventually you probably will have to get new, I mean, because this stuff is quite sticky, although it's really, well, that's not bad. So there you go. It might actually be infinitely reusable. But for the purposes of being on a pedal and being able to hold a pedal while you manipulate it and stuff, it's perfectly fine. So I just thought that was something that would be cool, that everyone could, I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool if I saw more people do it in the future, because at least that way you can keep your pedals clean if you want to resell them, or whatever. So, all right. That's a cool little trick that I like to do. So, everyone have a good day.